Today we're talking about SEO for 2019, and you're probably watching this video for one of two reasons. Either you're a business owner or entrepreneur looking to rank higher on search engines, or you're another digital marketer looking to call me out on what you might think is BS. Because today we're going over the 7 tips and trends for SEO in 2019. A couple quick statistics. You probably should know by now that about 70% of searches start with mobile, and about 95% of what happens online as far as transactions comes from an initial search. And about 1 in every 2 searches is local based. So keep these things in mind, whether you're an e-commerce business or a local service business. Search is extremely important, and about 80% of people, for those of you who are watching or running paid ads, 80% of people don't even click the ads. They think it's bogus. So let's focus on organic search in 2019, and let's go over these 7 topics in detail to focus on how to increase your business and the free organic traffic you're getting online. Key point number 1, voice search. Yes, voice search. Alexa, hey Siri, hey Google. These are big my phone's going off right now. These are big platforms, big companies that understand where the future is, and it's all about time and users' time, and it's much quicker and easier to search via voice with something nearby, like a piece of technology, like a smart home or a smart device, to actually get the answer you're looking for. Like, what's the weather today? Who's the highest point scorer in NBA history? Add this to my schedule, search for a local bakery near me, things like that. So keep that in mind, because I think it's about 22 million devices, smart devices for voice search are going to be in the US by 2020, and about 50% of searches are going to be done through voice. I'm not huge on voice, but I know where the future is headed, and it's around saving time and being more efficient. So for those of you who have smart devices like Google Home, like Amazon Echo or Alexa, or Siri with Apple, keep those things in mind. She's answering me right now as I went through that. So voice search is huge. Keep that in mind. We're going to talk about things like featured snippets, because what we want to do with voice search is around using direct response, using featured snippets, because Google by default is going to go with the best, most concise and organic option that provides an accurate real-time result for something you're looking for, such as weather, such as cafes and bakeries and how-tos and tips and all those things. So featured snippets for voice search are huge. Other things that are really important for voice search are just making sure your content is really good itself and very concise and detailed, because Google just wants to put what's best at the top, and that is going to be used as the featured snippet, or rich snippets or rich content. That's how Google can sort of categorize that. And there's some technical things you need to do if you want to read the blog. Other than that, also keep in mind things like how people are going to do voice search on the go or in their home, and how you would use voice search, and then reverse engineer that situation. So point number 1, voice search. Which sort of alludes to point number 2, which I'll be brief. That is featured snippets. Key point number 2 is the featured snippets. That's what shows up at the top of Google for direct response results. So these organic results are, how to bake a blueberry pie, or how to do pull-ups, or how to make a website SEO friendly, things like that. Wikipedia has a lot of answers, WebMD has a lot of answers, and so Google just wants to pull the best, most verified, used answer that's relevant in real time, concise and to the point, and it's got to be something like short and sweet. Google's also prioritizing things like even some infographics on the right-hand side, or some images and videos. Google just wants to get you the best answer at the right time. This is something I can't hit home enough about. Point number 3 is mobile, which is using your smartphone. 99% of people watching this video probably have a smartphone. I'd suggest prioritizing your website to be smartphone friendly. You can even, inspect elements on web pages on desktop to see what it's going to look like on your smartphone, or just test it out from your phone itself before you ever go live with new websites, with new content, because 60% is kind of where we're at with how many people search from mobile versus desktop, and I think that's going to come 65, 70, 80% More and more people are going to have smartphones compared to desktop or tablet. So prioritize smartphone search and your websites for mobile use. It needs to be fast, very fast as far as your page load speed time. It's got to be very concise and to the point, very direct response to be consumer friendly for the user experience and user interface. I say less is more. So stop trying to put all this crazy content near the top and all these bells and whistles and forums and flashes and pop-ups. That kind of scares people away. People just want the best result, the best answer to whatever question or problem they're facing in really a quick amount of time. So just prioritize that and you'll do great with your website in 2019. When it comes to products and searching for products, me, myself, I use Amazon. So many times I'll use Google first and then I'll search Amazon second. So if you have a product, now's probably the time, if it makes sense, profitability wise, to get it on Amazon and to prioritize ranking your products better on Amazon by having the proper descriptions. You can even put videos, testimonials, PDFs, one-pagers, all this info in there. Make sure you're getting really good reviews, having good customer experiences, have different options. Completely build out your seller's profile, your seller central. Each product listing needs to be completely built out with as many semantic relevant, synonymous keywords as possible. And make sure you're prioritizing your product placement in Amazon, because Amazon obviously ranks really well for product searches organically on Google itself. So Amazon, I believe, is going to take over as probably the second biggest search engine, and so they're prioritizing voice search too, obviously. So for products, anything product related, and even outside of products, Amazon is the way to go. So prioritize optimizing your organic Amazon listings and making sure you're taking advantage of that platform. Point number 5 is domain authority, or DA. That is a sort of generic term coined by Moz, I believe, for the domain authority, which is your power and rank of your domain from a scale of 1 to 100. 1 being a new BS blog that talks about nothing, it's just launched, to 100 being something like the New York Times or something more legit like that has a lot of backlinks and content pointing to it. It's got a lot of authority as seen from other websites and from Google, because all these other high-profile, powerful websites link to it as a thought leader on the internet with the content or products or services that they're mentioning. And so by having a better domain authority, it's automatically going to rank equal websites as far as content. If one has a better domain authority than the other and everything else is the same, this website is going to rank higher. So make sure to use tools like Moz or Majestic or SEMrush or some of these tools out there to see what backlinks you have to your website and to your competitor's website. Maybe you reverse engineer based on the backlinks you see them getting. You might be able to get some of those backlinks too. And backlinks can come from vendors or partners or content pieces or blogs, talking about something that you provide. So if you're providing value, or you're a thought leader, or you've got something other people don't have, there's a better chance people are going to link to you. But make sure your website's really good, because people don't want to link to a website that's not good. So follow the other steps when you're thinking about domain authority to get that backlink. You can also go to different news and media and PR outlets too, because 9 times out of 10, they're going to have better domain authority than some random blog on the internet that talks about how good your brownies are. Make sure you're getting something from some high-end chef or something online that has some credibility, better domain authority. All right, key point number 6 is semantic keywords or phrases. So semantic, or LSI, latent semantic indexing, that refers to using synonymous keywords, terms, and phrases when you're building out content on pages or tagging images or doing your SEO for your meta descriptions and meta titles and tags. It's very important because Google uses this semantic indexing to make sure that what you're talking about is relevant to what else is on that page. And it's using keyword variations to understand that and are providing value with what you're talking about. And you're also pulling in other auto-suggest features related to that keyword. For example, if you're talking about let's just say you're talking about exercise. You can talk about physical exercise, you can talk about running or jogging or physical fitness, other terms around that. that would be seen as synonymous to exercise. So make sure you're using semantic keywords and keyword phrases within your content and your tags and optimizations for your website. Last but not least, tip number 7, we're going to talk about blockchain. This is kind of a curveball. Blockchain, for those who don't know, it's basically an online transaction or an information decoding and verification system to make sure that there's no fraud and anything related to insecure transactions or misuse information. So in relation to SEO, what you could do is you can make sure traffic to your website isn't bots or things that aren't actual people or isn't a way that's sort of scamming or inflating numbers, and also weeding out a lot of irrelevant things related to the traffic coming to your website and also the links going out of your website. So it's really just an online verification tool in regards to SEO, just making sure your site is secure, private, the users coming in are legit, the information going out is legit, because it's really easy to scam and hack, and that can hurt indexing if you're seen as sort of like a spammy website that has bad affiliates or bad traffic coming into you. So blockchain technology, I believe there's also some different schema markup that you can put on the website, different coding that you can plug in to the back end of the website to make sure it's sort of blockchain based. This is sort of the curveball in the top 7 tips and tricks for 2019 in regards to SEO. So think about blockchain, think about privacy, security, and the people coming and going from your website. So thanks so much for watching. That will be it as far as the top 7 tips for SEO trends in 2019. Please, if you have any thoughts, comments, questions, concerns, or you want to call me out and debate something, let's go. Bring it to me. We talked about a lot of good things. Really, what I think it boils down to, as we're talking more about people just wanting information, which is search. People want to learn how to do something, where to go for something, goods, services, products, things like that. Giving them the quickest, easiest, most reliable answer. That's Google's whole, basis as to the foundation of their company, is providing quick, reliable, convenient information that's legitimate, So thanks for watching. Stay tuned. Feel free to comment below, read the blog. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out, subscribe to YouTube, all that good stuff. And we'll see you next week for Momentum Mondays. My name's Matt Frederick. See you soon.